It's the most beautiful time of the year.
Where we are now. So welcome to the holiday edition of Marion's Table Talks. Renee, hi. I didn't see you before. Hi, Renee.
Hi.
I'm so excited to have you guys here tonight. I know this is such a busy time and everybody is either shopping or avoiding COVID. So I'm just grateful that you're all here tonight. We have someone tonight who I met. I haven't even known her for a full year, but I feel like I've known her my whole life. She's just a phenomenal human being, and she has so much talent. And I thought no better person to be here for the holiday edition of Marion's Table Talks to highlight her talent than Melissa Carter, who I'm going to tell you a little bit more about in a second. But prepare to have fun. Her talent is energizing others, but her talent is also fashion. I mean, what she can do with a look is phenomenal. So Melissa is coming up in a second. And I just wanted to say for all of you, let's just take a deep fucking breath. Because we need it, right? We can swear on Oye. We need it because this is a very busy time. We are stressed, but this is 1 hour of just nothing but fun. So now that we've cleansed our lungs, I want you all to bring in your grandmother. It's how we start every time Marion's Table Talks. My Marion, my grandmother, is with me always, but at the holidays, she's really with me, as is my other grandmother, Marion. I have two grandmothers, Marion. And I just want us all to close our eyes after our deep breath and just bring your grandmother into your soul, into your heart. Think about her warmth, hear her voice. Think about the holiday traditions she has passed on to you. And just feel her for a moment. Let her speak to you. So as you all know, my grandmother started her business by using her talent in the culinary world of tea sandwiches. And every woman at her table brought their unique talents to her. And when the doorbell rang, her clients were there to pick up their tea sandwiches. It was the talented women that allowed her to bring those boxes of beautiful tea sandwiches to the door, because everybody needs a table of talented women to help make our dreams come true. And that's what this is all about. So tonight's talented woman who is being featured is my friend Melissa Carter. But before we get to Melissa, I just want to ask a very quick question of the crowd. You can unmute your mics for now. Julie, what was your grandmother's holiday tradition that she passed on to you?
Oh, goodness. She always wrapped all her gifts very special. And she lined them up all around the dining room and the living room. Oh, and then the other thing was she had a tree with a ton of lights on it. And every year she would look to my grandpa and say, Vern, it looks kind of dim. We need to get another set of lights. So our joke was you could roast marshmallows right by the tree.
That's hysterical. Thank you. Annette, how about you? A grandmother tradition that you're keeping up? Oh, you got to unmute. Do you know how to unmute? It's a little microphone and it's got a red slash on it. All right. While you're unmuting, Marion, your grandmother?
I was also going to say that it's at the top, which is, I feel like the.
Oh, sorry. The top right. Thank you. Thank you.
At
the top right is your mic.
Normally where it's not. I have a lot.
I found it.
You found it. Good.
Okay, guys.
Go, Annette. Go, Annette. Hi, Margot.
You want me to go, honey?
Yeah, go ahead, Annette.
What's your grandma? Oh, well, she's Italian and she's like 4 feet tall.
And speak her name.
Grace Bacora. She's 100 years old. She's still living, 100 years old. Makes everything from scratch. So we always have spaghetti and meatballs every Christmas.
I love it.
We all go around the table and talk about what we're grateful for.
That's so nice. And your daughter was named for her, obviously.
She was, yep.
That's beautiful. All right, Marion, you're up. Thank you, Annette.
It's hard to choose. We have so many, as you know, but probably with Susan and Carly can attest to that. Our big Christmas tradition at Nana's, Marion, is when Santa comes by on a fire truck, always on Christmas Eve, handing out candy canes and oranges and apples. And that's like something that we've always done throughout childhood and recently too. We saw it last year, but that's a nice tradition right outside her house.
We did. Renee, do you have a tradition that your grandmother's passed on to you?
Well, I wasn't raised celebrating Christmas, so
That's
Christmas
true.
is
I
kind of a
forgot
new
about
thing
that.
for me.
Right.
So we're starting from scratch with my son. He is very laid back and he doesn't really ask for anything. So he likes to give more. He likes to get gifts for people.
Your
He is
son is the
excited about
best.
that.
Your son
He's
is
the
the best.
best. I'm so
So
thankful
cute.
for him.
Thank you. Katie, do you have a tradition that for the holiday that your grandmother passed on to you?
Yes, sure. I was very, very close with my grandma Audrey, but it was my other grandmother, Lorraine, my mom's mom, who passed on the cookie tradition. And similar maybe to your tea sandwiches, but my grandmother made the most beautiful cookies. And my mom always said when she was a little girl, my grandmother would seal them up in these pretty little tins and actually tape them so none of the kids could get into them until Christmas. And my mom has those tins, all of those tins, and she leaves them untaped. So anyone can grab them at any time.
So the only shift was the untaping. I love it.
Yeah,
love
so
it.
I do all the cookies too with my kids every Christmas.
great.
Always the thumbprint cookies with the little frosting. So
Of course.
the
Of course.
favorite.
And don't you just feel your grandmother with you? Like
yes.
It's so like when I'm in the kitchen, that's when I feel my
Yes.
mom and my grandma. My mom is still alive, but I just feel them. Mary,
Absolutely.
thanks, Katie. Mary,
Thank you.
So my grandmother was Sabina Sweeney.
Right.
She died when I was 11 years old. She was the only grandparent I had. So I don't have a ton of memories because she moved back to Ireland from Chicago when probably I was about 10. But what I do remember is her making Irish soda bread. And I remember that at the holidays that she would always make sure we had Irish soda bread and something else called treacle cake, treacle is an Irish form of molasses. And she would make the most beautiful treacle cake. Look just like Irish bread, except it was brown and sweet. And that's what I remember from Sabina.
that's nice. Thank you. Susan, my sissy.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, all the traditions that my grandmother has done, I don't do any of them because
You make it your own.
I'm extremely jealous. But my grandmother used to make cookies, and I think maybe 8 or 10 different kinds. I'm lucky if I make Christmas cookies, and then usually it's one kind. And it's the kind that you just like use that little like thing that you like squirt them on the. I mean,
Oh, from the freezer? You're talking
I
about
love
the box
them.
from the
They're
freezer?
fantastic. But I honestly loved all their traditions, but I have not kept them going. Oh, maybe one. I always set a really, really fancy table.
You do.
I will do that.
And
I will do that.
That comes from our mom too.
Yeah.
Okay, very quickly, because Melissa has so much to give. We're going to do this very quickly. Carly, quick. She's my daughter. I can talk to her.
Marion took mine, but Nana always makes everyone in the family stockings, and she hand knits them, and puts all our names on them, and we still use them.
Yeah, she just finished 2. Well, she farmed them out this year, but she's got 2 coming for the new babies. Margot, quick, because I can talk to you that way because you're my girlfriend.
My grandma made chicken and dumplings and chocolate chip cookies.
Yum. Okay, have I gotten everybody? Jenna, did I get you?
Tablet, which is sugar, condensed milk, and I'm assuming some kind of love so you don't get cavities from it. And that's from my grandmother, Margaret, who is not the 103-year-old, but the 90-year-old. And she could actually use all the good energy. So it's perfect that I'm here tonight listening.
Perfect. And last one, I think, Ellen, real quick.
From
celebrate Hanukkah.
I celebrate everything. So I'm going to just say, didn't get that much from my grandmothers, but from my late mother-in-law, always put some kind of themed chocolate out on the table. So whether it's the fall Madeleine chocolate leaves at Thanksgiving or something chocolate snowmen, the table has chocolates all over, which sometimes get eaten a little bit before the meal, depending on how hungry the chef, meaning me, is.
Exactly.
And I always try to make sure there are goodies for everybody.
Perfect. Thanks for everybody for sharing. I think that the more we bring in the women whose shoulders we stand on, the more apt we are to help others stand on ours. So keep doing those traditions and call in all those beautiful women who are just with you always. And lucky for some of us, we still have them in our lives. So, okay. Are you guys ready for some serious amounts of fun? Melissa Carter, she is just the most energetic human being who brings laughter, joy. Her talents are combined with fashion and energy. She is the founder of Cameo Vintage, which is a vintage apparel boutique for the socially progressive. She had what the interesting part about her story is that she's been an executive for big brands in the retail world. And during COVID, she was with Coach and she lost her job because of the pandemic and layoffs. And she started to, like my grandmother did, use her talent to make a living. And she started selling her vintage looks and clothing, beautiful pieces on Instagram. And now it's the backbone of her business when she does her Friday night style lives on Instagram. Follow her, be there tomorrow night. It's so much fun. And she sells all these beautiful pieces. And she's here bringing Friday night style live to Marion's Table Talks. Please help me welcome the fashion entertainer, Melissa Carter. Bring her in. Yay! So not only will Melissa be telling us her story, she will also be featuring her beautiful pieces. And you can go to the chat and give her or open your mic. If you could close your mics now, you can open your mics during the time that she's showing her pieces, or write in the chat like, I want that. And I'll let you take it from there, because her Venmo will be in the chat. Jenna will put that there. But Melissa, take it away. Hey. Hey.
I think she can't hear you.
She can't hear me?
I can.
Oh,
okay. But now,
there we go.
There we go.
Hey.
You just tell your story and do your thing.
She's just okay. So
she's a little confused.
My name is Melissa Carter, and I'm originally from Highland Park. I spent about 16, 17 years in New York, and there I was a personal stylist. I worked, in some of the top brands of retail. And on the side, I always collected vintage clothes. I started collecting at a very young age, probably around 5th or 6th grade. And that always really kind of cultivated my style. I also felt like working in luxury environments, I would see these fabulous pieces, but I also knew that it was a blueprint for something else that I've already seen. So as much as I supported brands and did their corporate recruiting and beyond, my passion has always been vintage, to the point where I made my living room into a showroom even before I had this showroom, just because I really have, I just really have a love for it. So during the pandemic, what Coach was honestly one of my favorite brands that I've ever worked for, but obviously they had to become much leaner because the business was changing, the climate was changing. So I was actually one of the first ones to let go. And, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I thought it was a blessing. I say that because I always knew that I wanted to pivot into my own brand. I always knew that I wanted to be in fashion. And sometimes when you work for corporate entities, some of your biggest opportunities are your biggest successes as an entrepreneur. So I immediately pulled my son out of Zoom school, because at the time, as a single parent, it was like we had a choice. Were we going to focus on math that I didn't even understand, or were we going to pay our rent? So we decided to take a road trip throughout the East Coast. We went to Rhode Island, and as the world started opening up, we went to Rhode Island, just Philly, Pennsylvania, every place, and we just started sourcing vintage. And then we came back home the first time just traveling the East Coast, and I said, you know what? After spending a week in an apartment with a window that stared at a brick wall, I was like, okay, we're leaving again. But this time we went to the Midwest. So we went through every state that we went through. We stopped and just collected vintage. So by the time that I got to the North Shore, my car was literally bursting at the seams with just fabulous, fabulous pieces. So I said to myself, like, how am I going to collect stuff on the way back if I don't get rid of this stuff? So I decided just impulsively to do a pop-up shop, which was housed in Coldwell Banker in October. And this was during the height of the pandemic. And to be quite frank, I didn't know if it was going to work. I don't know if anyone knows Winnetka, but you don't know if there's really kind of like that secondhand customer there, because it is, a wealthier neighborhood. But I decided to take the chance, and I want to say within 2 or 3 weeks, it was just one of those places that every woman was or got the latest pieces from that were vintage. I still did my shows, which are Friday Night Style Live. That's actually what carried me for about a year financially, because I didn't want to touch my 401k. I would do these live shows, and I found doing these live shows while also having a pop-up, I didn't have to be in New York to be in fashion. All I needed was a ring light and a tripod and some fabulous clothes and a great shipping account, and I was in business. So I then decided to make the choice to move back to Chicago, A, to get support from my parents, because I do have an 11-year-old, and B, to really hone in on my purpose and to walk in my purpose. So a year later, I stand in my own boutique with all these great vintage apparel. I have a second floor, which is an e-commerce space, and I have a third floor, which is called the back room. I will say, without the support that I got from the woman of Winnetka, this journey would be very difficult.
Annette Pecora.
I will say, she hates attention, but here we go. Annette has been, and I'm just saying it just because I love her to death, and she hates compliments and gifts. So why not embarrass her instead? Right. So I just feel like, when you are, and I'm just going to say it, when you are a Black person and you are in an environment where you're the only, you don't know if people see you. You don't know if people just see your color. You don't know what people see. Annette, I will say, from the very beginning, has been extremely supportive of my brand. And she didn't see the color. She just saw the opportunity, and she just saw another hardworking business owner. So I do think that without the support I think that my journey included meeting Annette. I think that was part of one of my purposes. If you guys don't know, and if you guys don't have, please get your lashes done. 60s Beauty Lash. Just a quick plug. That's all. So I was right across from Annette in Coldwell Banker. Annette has been there for 5+ years, and she had never walked into Coldwell Banker. But one day, we were having a little bit of difficulty on the block, i.e. construction. And I saw her approach construction workers, and I just was like, oh, that's kind of weird. With my New York mentality, you don't approach construction workers by yourself. That's not a thing ever. So I just went outside to support her without knowing her name, or not without really just knowing she was a business owner, but really just knowing she's a woman and she was upset about something. So long of the short of it, we became fast friends, and she's been, besides you, Sally Lou, she's been one of the main supporters of my brand and business.
Well, listen, the reason why I even know you is because I was walking out of the 60s Beauty Lash, getting my lashes done.
Okay.
And I saw your pop-up, and I'm like, who is this? I need to know you. I went in, I bought a shirt. You weren't there. And the next time when I saw that you were there, I was like, hello, I need to know you. And that
She
That
said,
was it.
"Hey, girl, hey."
That was it.
Yeah, I will say, I didn't know how much I needed lashes until I became friends with Annette. Just saying. So.
Okay, enough.
And we don't know how much we need vintage until we met you.
You know what I mean? It's a thing.
We love you, Annette.
Love you guys.
Sorry,
I love that. I love that you obviously have combined your talents and you're so in your flow and you're doing exactly what you love and what you were born to do on this planet is to connect with others, make others feel beautiful and fabulous, and just honor your gifts of knowing what goes together. So can we see some of your beautiful pieces?
Yeah, so I'm gonna bring in my tech crew, also known as myself. So just hold on a tech. We have to just slide our production crew back, which stands for the ring light and tripod. So give us a second. I want to make sure that you guys see me. When I say give us, it's me because I wear all the hats.
All of them.
Let's see. Can we see? Okay,
we got
We're
you.
gonna move this chair out.
So everybody, whatever she is showing us, with the exception of one thing, put the cape on.
Oh, so let's get into this cape. So Sally Lou cheated a little bit, just so you know. So this cape right here has been sold to Sally Lou's sister, but this is a cape from the 1950s that was handmade. And the woman that I sourced this from, this is the one of her most favorite pieces that she took to Yale in 1969. It was one of the first classes it's when they first integrated genders. So she was one of the first women in the 1969 class. So it was a class of 1,200 and the women's population was under 280. So this is wool, it's fabulous, it's cream, it's red, there's a baby blue situation. We have like the ribbon collar that we know and love. And it just makes me feel like I just can take over the world in a feminine way. It's fab.
And that's going to my sister, Cindy Linville, who's going to Venmo Cameo, Kameo _vintage. And she gave her best offer. Look at my hair. Oh my God, Renee, what have I done to your beautiful blow dry? Sorry, Renee did my hair today and now I'm ruining it with so much static. Okay, so that's what I love is the story and the style and your magnificent model figure. So
well, thank you. I didn't do a body shaper today. I was trying to be a little profesh. So usually when I start my shows, I say, hey, they, hey, because I like to be gender inclusive. And another thing about my brand is not only I'm sustainable, but I do advocate for both diversity and inclusion. So if you want to get your little cameo vintage scarves, which are made out of upcycled vintage scarves. This is my logo and it's called the Iconic Cameo Woman. So I have a bunch of vintage pieces that I have upcycled and have embroidered this piece on. This is color inclusive. So if you're a woman who doesn't think that they can wear it because you don't look like me, lies, we need you to wear it so you can continue to advocate for people who look like me. So we have these scarves as well. How much is that? Okay.
How much is your scarf?
Huh?
How much is your scarf?
So these scarves right here, this one here is $68. And then we also have, I'm going to just grab the wool hat because it's fab. Give me a second.
Oh, Ellen, you lost your visual. You need to maybe log out and log on because you're going to want to see all this stuff, Ellen. Okay, Marion.
Oh, yeah. And then there's also, so this is another cameo vintage scarf as well. And it's very chic. She obviously is living her best life. Right? It's very chic. It's very, it's cold.
Put the Jenna, will you put the
sorry about that.
Venmo in the chat again? People are looking. Oh, there it is. Okay. So Mary O'Donoghue wants the scarf.
So which scarf does she want?
Which scarf do you want, Mary?
Well, this one is going to put lint all over my head. So stand back. It won't do it on yours because you have hair. So cute.
Okay. So Mary O'Donoghue wants the first scarf. So that's sold to you, but you might have more. Oh my God, the hat is phenomenal.
I mean, look, like, am I not living my best life? Like, this is very, hey, we see it.
It's ridiculously
it's so cute. So we have that.
Okay, Mary doesn't have Venmo, but we'll work that out. Don't worry. All right, Ellen is back. Ellen is back. Put that other red scarf on again. I freaking love that one.
This is fab.
That's like the hug scarf.
This is so much fun.
So cute for the holiday. How much is that one?
This one here is 58.
58?
Yes.
So cute.
I love it.
Cute.
I want all my things to be attainable, because part of shopping vintage is sometimes part of shopping just things that are upcycled. I feel like it should be for everybody.
Right.
So there are some heftier price points in my showroom, but I'm very much like New York, Canal Street. Let's make a deal. You know, if you see something, say something.
Right.
So we're going to go over some really fabulous pieces, some outerwear pieces. One of my favorites is this really fierce red shearling that has a zebra head on the back, and then it has zebra pockets. I see this with white and a green turtleneck so that you can show up to your Christmas party looking your absolute best. It's fab.
So cute.
Super soft. It has a hidden enclosure. It has a faux leather lining here. And this is more of a trend piece. So I don't think it's exactly vintage, but I just like it because it's fab. I sometimes
what size is that?
So this is it feels like a size medium.
Medium.
This will fit small and medium. I think large will be a little bit difficult to close, but this is fab. So this is $350 if anybody's interested. If you can make me a nice offer, I may consider it. If it's not a nice offer, I'll just ignore you, and that's okay. And that's it. So the next piece that we have that I absolutely love, this is Gird Your Loins, because it's pushing through, and it's something that I've never seen before. I'm going to hang this up for anyone who's interested.
Gird your loins, ladies. Gird your loins.
So this right here, obsessed.
Oh.
I've never seen Emilio Pucci in something like this. Okay. This is Emilio Pucci from the 70s. It has been done. It has been handmade by
Margot. You need this.
This is sick. Like, this is just like a piece that, like,
I'm dying.
I'm dead. It's like
dying.
Gird your Venmo.
Gird your Venmo.
Oh, okay. Do I write it?
No.
No. We've got it. We've got it.
We've got it.
Okay, so this is fab. We love this. This is fur with lambskin leather inserts. Usually you see it the opposite way, fur, and then majority of the jacket is fur, and then there's leather. So this is fab. One buckle enclosure, deep exterior pockets, lamb leather. Don't know what this is. Don't care. It's fabulous.
Ellen's going to dip into her 401k, she said.
I mean, hello. We love this. It's super soft, and it's for a girl who just could care less. She's wearing this, and she's just saying, everyone look at me because I'm not going to talk to you. And that's what I would do. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what? I don't want to talk to you. Bye. So that's what she's doing in this. And that's
exiting. She's exiting.
She's allowed. She's allowed to walk into circles and not know where she's going, like I just did. It's fab. We love it. So this right here.
How much?
So this is a hefty one, ladies, and I'm not doing that to be shady. I'm letting you know in advance. So in the showroom, I do have it for $9.95. It is Emilio Pucci. Let's just be clear. However, I will take an offer on it for those who are interested. This will fit up to a size 10. I think it would look good on bite size and plus size. I think it's fabulous as just like a really chic piece open. I just feel like I should be in some sort of movie where the background is Antarctica. If you're feeling that way, then this is for you. Okay. This is gorgeous. Not on the website yet, but I may take it for a test drive. So beware.
It's gorgeous.
The next piece, outerwear piece that I love, that is perfect for the holidays. We love this. Now this is, I like to call this fluid wear. This is a fabulous piece. This is the woman who sourced this. This is one of her first vintage pieces that she bought in the 70s. And it's a 1930s, 1940s men's coat. It's made out of sheared beaver as well with a raccoon collar. It's insane. It's heavy. It's letting Chicago know who the boss is. Because cold is not getting through me at all. This is just like, it's super chic. I like the fact that it's oversized. I like the fact that it's just fab. I like the fact. And guess what? I like the fact.
You like the fact.
This is
what does that baby go for?
So this piece right here is going for $650 in the showroom. However, I can do it for $598. I know that sounds expensive, but I dare you to find something of this quality. Let's just talk about the piece real quick. This is a leather panel right here. They don't do that. Okay. And this is like, oh, I'm feeling cold, but I don't want to take my coat off. Okay. Well, just go ahead and just, just tie it over like this. And you could just have your coat open and you could just have it around your waist, live your best life. And then you're saying, oh my God, I forgot my gloves and my hands are cold. What do I do? What do you do? Let me show you. This is a pocket that is completely lined in lambskin leather. Okay. You don't need gloves, honey. This is just very, you know what? I would just walk into a room and stare at everybody and say, and walk out. That's what I would do.
That is a statement piece.
This is a statement piece. This is a Get Your Life exclusive. This is really, really dope.
And I love that everyone has a story. Every single one.
So part of what separates me from a vintage collector or someone who just goes to thrift stores, I'm not above that because you will see me at your corner thrift. I like to know where the pieces came from. What I learned in luxury retail is that it's not the products that sell the piece, it's the story selling that sells. If you were to walk into a Louis Vuitton, a Hermes, a Gucci, they're always trying to give you product knowledge as well as history and how the piece was made. So why not do that with vintage?
Right.
So that's the goal when I get it or when I purchase it from people, when they reach out to me, is I try to learn everything about the piece. And I've met some fabulous yet kooky people that collect this stuff.
I'm sure. Oh, interesting. Oh, with your cameo collection.
Yeah, just a little plug for you guys. This is cute. So this is a vintage poncho. This does not have the story, so I made a story for it. This is the cameo vintage poncho in a double face wool, 100%. What I especially love is the oxblood details that are running through the shoulder. And then if you look through, you can see the cameo vintage print on it. So this I would wear over a piece. This is just like a chic moment. I would turn around and hit people on purpose with my cape, for sure. So they could say, "Man, you hit me," and I can say, "Well, guess what? You just got hit with diversity." Okay? So this is just so you remember, you just got hit with diversity, and that's okay. We're into it. Okay,
I love it.
This is fab. So if anyone's interested in this piece, I have this for $295. It's fab. I'm selling it less expensive tonight. And then what I would do also with this piece, let me show you. We have another cameo vintage scarf pushing through. Give me a second. This is fab. Okay.
Oh, I love that one.
This one is $68. Hasn't made it to the website yet, but we do love her. She's great. I
might buy her, but there's one that I also. Oh, Carly's got it. Oh, can I buy it for you, Carly? I'm gonna buy that for Carly.
No, I want to buy it.
Okay, you buy it.
Oh, that was fun. So this is very chic. This is kind of how I would wear this. We love it. I would do this with like a dark moment on the bottom. I'm really into right now mixed media. So if you're that girl, I would appreciate a really fun tartan print and just say like, this is me and I am Christmas, and that's fine.
I'm sorry. Someone has to go home with that tartan skirt.
I mean, this is
It might be me.
It's fab. Like I see this with
That is the cutest outfit.
Isn't it so cute?
How much is the skirt?
So we have the skirt at $198, but tonight on a Sally Lou Marion Talks exclusive, we can do it for $128. It's an Albert Nipton skirt made out of 100% silk.
Wait, it's Albert Nippon?
Yes.
I'm buying it. That's mine.
It's not. It's Dana Morgan. I had another one that I sold. I'm sorry. I'm lying. Dana Morgan. We still love her too.
Oh, Albert Nippon's daughter is my friend.
Oh, sorry. This is fab. We made an error. So we could do this for 128 if you're interested.
And
what size is that?
So the skirt here measures a size 26 and a half. It's marked a size 4, but that's a lie. It really is like a size 2.
Oh, I don't think I can get in that.
However, you can get in this. Let me show you this. This is fabulous too. This is Oleg Cassini, size 12. That's a lie as well. It's really about a size 6. This is a sateen cream skirt that I would pair back with a pop of red or any of the pieces that you see here. We absolutely love this. This is a
So pretty.
1950s. Someone's grandmother wore this every Christmas. Just because it's just a fabulous piece.
How much is the sweater?
The sweater we can do for tonight. Let's just look at the price for tonight. In the showroom, we have it for $198. Don't worry, ladies, we're going down like Mary J. Blige. We have it for $128.
That's really pretty. Is it like glittery, sparkly?
Girl, you better just say it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This is a glitter moment. Okay. You walk in and you are New Year's. Okay.
That's pretty.
This I love. This I love. So the other piece that I want to show you guys, and I'm absolutely obsessed with, I'm going to take off this scarf because obviously I'm sweating and we don't need to do that. It's like, ah! Okay. The next piece that I'm going to show you guys, and don't worry, I'm not throwing it on the ground. I am politely throwing it in my vintage chair.
Of course.
The other piece that I want to show you guys, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this designer, but this right here is insane. So does anybody know who Bonnie Cashin is?
Ellen does.
Okay. So if you know who Bonnie Cashin is, you're obviously a girl who gets it. So thank you in advance.
Oh,
Bonnie
Ellen gets it.
Was the most fabulous costume designer in New York. And she is actually the one that inspired the turn lock for Coach. She actually was inspired by the convertible of her car. And she is the one that brought all women's products, key fobs, and monogram to the Coach brand. So before, the Kahn family owned Coach, and they only made things for men because men were in the workforce at the time. Coach started in 1941. When World War II hit and the men went to war, women joined the workforce. And so that's when Coach brought in a female creative director, and that is Bonnie Cashin. Bonnie Cashin had her own collection of wares. If you were to Google her pieces or look on eBay, she was well before her time. Most of her pieces used and worn and with holes in it are $600 and up, even to this day. This is one of her coats from her collection with sills. You can see right here it's a Bonnie Cashin design. So technically this jacket, well, not technically, this jacket is a collector's and quite frankly could be put in an archive. But right now it's at the Cameo Vintage Showroom.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's just one of those pieces that are insane.
What's the price for this beauty?
So this goes up to an extra large. I can try it on today. She was busty and she was about, I want to say 6 feet, 5'8", and it fit her great. You have the buckle brass enclosure here, which I love. This right here is raccoon. You also have this as well. Deep set pockets that you can't really see. And it's just a fabulous moment. The inside is almost like a faux shearling.
And what's the price?
So the price on this, we have in the showroom, it is expensive. I'm not going to even go there. However, for tonight, I can do it for a cool $550. I know it sounds expensive, but like I said, if you were to resell this jacket after you were tired of it, you could probably get anywhere from $1,700 to $2,500.
Yeah.
It's very, very chic.
So I could do this all freaking night because I love the stories and watching you do this. So everybody, please follow Melissa at I Am the Carter Project with a K. She does her Friday night style lives at what time?
So I do Friday night style live every Friday at 7:30. So there's like a whole mass of people from really all across the country that I'm styling and selling to. Friday night style live, I do ask that you bring your libation and you do bring your Venmo because it's about to get real and sometimes gets ugly because people love the pieces, honey, and they will fight virtually over it.
Right. So while you're trying on this Chanel, is that right?
So this is a Chanel piece.
Oh.
This piece is from the 2021 Spring Summer collection that Karl Lagerfeld designed. is absolutely fabulous. The inside interior is made out of silk, and you see the camellia flower running all through it. You
So
also
it's not vintage.
Say it again.
It's not vintage.
Vintage is 10 years plus, so it is vintage.
I thought you said 2021. Sorry.
I did. Sorry, 2001.
Oh, thank you.
So it's about 19 years old. Yes. And then this I have is this really chic Chanel crossbody, strung pearls, just to match, just to like, just a little moment.
That's really cute.
Isn't this so good? Like, I'm obsessed. I
That's
love
really cute.
Asymmetrical zip. I love the breast pockets. I love the slit pockets here. I love everything about this piece. It's very Karl Lagerfeld, classy, with a little bit of edge.
Love. Carly wants to know the coolest story behind a piece of vintage that you have found.
The coolest story that I have, so I just recently sourced from a woman who's one of the top labor lawyers in Chicago. She lives in the last industrial loft space in River North. And when I walked into her space, I literally like took off all my clothes and just was in her closet before I even said hello.
That's my dream.
I said, sorry, girl. Hey, it's me. She had so many pieces from the Gone with the Wind movie. She collected things from Scarlett O'Hara's bed to Scarlett O'Hara's, she wore this really fierce peplum green jacket that she had hung in her room. She showed me all these vintage pieces that she had. And there was one piece that I had to like try on immediately. It was a very fabulous gold dress. The panel on the inside was gold sequins. As soon as I put it on, I started crying. And I said, what happened in this piece? It was not even like me sniffling. I started pouring down tears. So I asked her what happened in the piece. And she said, this is a dress that she got. One of Scarlett O'Hara's, Vivienne West's manager or producer wore to one of her award ceremonies. So I think the tears were from like of happiness. So I kind of felt that energy exchange with the woman who wore it. So that's probably
that's cool.
It was very creepy. It was very weird because again, I met the woman twice and then I'm in my panties and underwear crying in a piece of vintage. So it was weird for sure.
I love it. But wasn't the pink dress from her collection?
So so this is from her, that same woman. This is from the 1950s. There is another piece that I absolutely love. This is from the 1950s as well. It looks like cheetah, but it's actually leaves.
Very cool.
Stunning.
And then the last thing, Melissa, before we go to our quick breakout rooms, can you show me the Kenzo scarf?
Oh,
that glittery jacket.
Yeah, why not? We're going to do it like a little quick, you can wear this with anything, that type of thing. So we have this Kenzo scarf right here that we absolutely love. I don't know if you guys know Kenzo, but I know I do. Okay. So this is really chic. You can throw it over your Chanel piece, but if you're not a girl like me and you can't afford Chanel, you put the Chanel back and then you get something that's less expensive. So let me show you what that is.
Oh, Marion's saying that it's giving her a lot of Mrs. Maisel vibes. I love it.
It's very
the pink coat.
The pink coat, right?
It's very Mrs. Maisel for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And then Ellen wants to know if you have hats and clutches and Philip Tracy.
So I definitely have. I just went to what is it? Is it you guys call it Streeterville? This woman, her name. She was just so cute and fabulous. She just moved in this really sickening apartment building. She called me because I was recently on Fox News and she said she never calls people. She doesn't even have a cell phone, but something about the interview. She was like, I have to meet this girl and the rest of my mom's handbags from the 40s, I think I want to give to her. So I just met with her and she just had all of these amazing vintage handbags, like insane. Like they don't even make things like that anymore. So I haven't done the inventory on them, but I can run upstairs. Hold on.
You're stuck. You've got a sequin on you that is
It's the hook and eye.
Oh.
I'm like, can you not mess up my St. John vintage, please? Hook and eye?
Yeah. Is that what it is, St. John?
That's what this is.
Oh, yeah. She's totally attached to you.
She's like, no.
The reason why the woman called you is because you're of your talent of energizing people. and your connection to people. That is why she called you. That is why I came into your store. That is why Annette loves to support everything you do. It's your talent. How can people find that and do that if they don't have that talent?
Well, what I like to say is, I'm one of those people that like meets friends on the New York subway and gives
Right.
people advice in the moment.
Right.
I'm going to be honest, and I hate to be rude and not humble, but I think it's like an innate capability to read people's energy. I think what makes me different is that I'm able to read people the moment I meet them, and I'm able to either see their emotions, see their energy, see what they need, see what would fit them or what to say to them to make them feel better about themselves. So I think it has to do with just the first step is just active listening. And I also think it's also just being open.
That's such a gift.
It's like, I hate to say it, but I'm like the clothing whisperer. But I think in general, a lot of people, when they meet people, have expectations. I am a person that does not have expectations, and I just want you to be who you are. Yeah. So I think that comes out in my personality, and I think that's why people feel comfortable. So I have friends who are 16, and I have friends who are 84 because
that is true.
I don't see their age. I just see their personality.
Right. Okay. I want the Kenzo scarf.
Done.
So, and how much is the St. John?
This St. John situation is a personal collection of mine. Sorry, guys.
Oh, so it's not for sale. Okay.
Not done with the test drive in this. This is just something I'm wearing for tonight. The Kenzo scarf is fabulous. We absolutely love it.
How much is it?
So for you, Sally Lou, because we love you dearly, we're going to do it for $128. However, in the showroom, it is $228 for obvious reasons. It's fabulous, and we're going to just do the face.
I'm going to wrap it. Well, you don't have to send it to me. I'll get it when I come home.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So thank you, Melissa. You're going to go to a breakout room. Julie's going to put us all in breakout rooms. Julie, I'm sorry you missed picking up Gabriel. I'm freaking out. Applause for Melissa Carter.
And
Sorry, your St. John knit was just still hooked. Whoever gets lucky enough to be in her breakout room, have fun. We're going to come right back and say goodbye. So come on back, unmute yourself in the breakout room. All right, Julie, put us in. Whoever you're with, you're supposed to be with them. Here we go. You're going to go in a breakout room, and they're all holiday theme.
Oh, fun.
All right.
We'll talk more.
That was so much fun.
Okay.
That was so much fun. And we went like a couple minutes longer, but all I want to say, everybody, is thank you for being here tonight. I forgot to give you the prompt going into the breakout room, which is to ask each other, what's your talent and what talent do you need? But you know, whatever. But tomorrow you're going to get this talent resource list that's super cute that Julie makes. And you'll have everybody's contact information. Melissa, what talent do you need?
So as my business grows, what I need is, I'm a creative through and through. What I need is a level of structure and organization when it comes to kind of like the operations piece. So for example, my goal is to take my brand to a higher level, but I don't know how to ask for people for money. Like other than
it's really hard.
Selling clothes. So like looking when it comes to grants, looking when it comes to investors, I need to know what type of elevator pitch. I need to know successful elevator pitches to basically shop around because I'm tired of being self-financed. So I'm going to be
Margot's your sister there because she's working on the same thing. I think.
Yeah.
She's in development for something very cool, and she's working on the same thing. So
yeah.
And you two would be good brainstormers together.
Oh, that'd be great.
Things, but look for each other on the resource list, or follow each other.
Melissa, I just followed you on Instagram. It's Margo Yoga is my Instagram.
Okay,
so I follow you
with like a like a message.
I'll slide into your DMs.
Slide into my DMs, girl.
And Melissa, Mary O'Donoghue Olin would like to speak to you as well. So she says we
amazing.
should talk.
Yes,
Mary was my mentor when I wrote my book, so she's good.
Oh,
she's good people.
so she's a good,
And
yes.
she knows really.
She
Wait,
is.
I just have to say, Mary, Melissa, unbeknownst to like me or Annette, if you're still here, is dating. Can I say it?
Oh yeah, of course.
Willie Willingham. Shut the front fucking door.
Shut the front door.
Wait,
Margo, do you remember Willie? Hot Willie?
Oh yeah, I
Hot
remember.
Willie, who was Oprah's security,
Yeah.
like lead security guy.
Oh my
Hot
God, the
fucking Willie.
sweetest. The sweetest.
I can't.
I was like pregnant, like 9 months pregnant, and like at the Oprah show, and basically salivating over Willie.
You know what? Can I just tell this story? Because I know this is crazy.
I'm sorry. I know that's your
No.
man. I know that's your man.
Well, girl. So, I mean, you know, we met in the most, you know, romantic way, Tinder. And you know, we were talking, and you know, when people are like, oh, well, maybe you're not, those who know how to meet men organically, you might not know this, but on Tinder, they'll say like, oh, like, let's talk offline. This app is not really good. And I'm always like,
Yeah.
really? So for some reason, I was like, you know what? Fine. You know, everyone's doing it. Such like, you know, peer pressure. I'm going to do it. So we started talking. And then one day, he never told me where he worked in his past life. I just said he was in security. And then one day he's like, I said something about 60s beauty lash. And it's like, do you know a woman named Gia? And I was like, so used to see Gia and Annette every day because they're
Gia
literally
and Annette are
parallel.
partners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gia and Annette are partners, and Gia ran the spa at Harpo.
Oh, but yes, of course. Yeah.
For tonight.
Come to find out, he knows my entire North Shore network because everyone here like literally has worked for Oprah. So it was very serendipitous, and obviously that means we're meant to be.
Yeah. He's like a genuinely nice person.
Margo and I are coming after you.
Oh.
I'm sorry, we're coming after Willie.
No, after you.
He's so
No,
good.
he's such a
Watch
nice
your back.
person. Really.
He's very sweet. He's very sweet. He is a bear for sure. He's such a sweetie.
He is. He's a good guy. Good guy.
Oh.
Yeah, he is a good guy.
Thank you so much, Melissa. You are a fashion entertainer. Your energy is contagious. I'm so grateful that I got to meet you and that you're my friend. I'm so grateful. Thank you for this sharing of talent. Everybody here is talented. Jenna, thank you so much for just running the tech, running the chat, the text. Julie, thank you for the breakout rooms, the cuteness, the taking it to the next level always. And Margo, I'll see you Sunday. Margo is literally, we're doing a virtual family yoga, and Margo's gonna at least 6 of the members of my family have COVID right now, but don't worry, they're not contagious because it will be virtual. And we're hoping Carly and Marion are negative. And, you know, this is 2021 Christmas. So what can I say? Thanks, everybody. Be healthy. Be safe. I will see you in 2022. Katie, can't wait to meet you. Mary, Ellen.
You too.
Carly, Susan, Marion, Margo, Jenna, of those who are still here. I love you all. Thanks for
We
being
love
here.
you.
All right.
Love you.
Thank
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Love you.
Night, Julie Mute. I love you. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Mary.